G'day guys, welcome back to Valheim and welcome to another beautiful morning here in our beautiful looking property as well. Things are coming along. I am really liking what we've done with the tower and the opening to the tower balcony thingy. There's a little bit more work to do. Obviously it's not completely done just yet. Somehow I'm going to have to sort of block off this area and maybe cover it up with more stone or maybe some other materials. I sort of want to use stone if I can, but I don't really want the stone to stick into the attic too much. But yeah, we'll have a play around with that at some point. But I want to try and steer clear from any building initially in this episode, because we've been doing so much building in perhaps maybe the last 2 or 3 episodes, so I feel like maybe we just want to, you know, mix things up a little bit and do other stuff. So let's have a bit of a meal here. Maybe I'll have something else here from the table. Let's have a bit of bread and maybe some sausage. Speaking of sausage, we are sort of running a little bit low, aren't we? So maybe I can just make a few sausages while we're in the kitchen here, just to top up our supply. So a few things come to mind here. Obviously, I talked about perhaps doing some farming and stuff like that towards the end of the previous episode. And that's not a bad idea, though I feel like I want to try and resolve some of the new platters and new potions that we have accessible to us. So one of the things was, yeah, this thing here, the love potion. So I have no idea what this does for us, but I can have a love potion and see what happens. And yeah, I will probably just go out to the Black Forests at this stage to see if I can find a little bit more thistle growing around, and I'm sort of also testing out the potion itself because, well, I have read a thing or two in the comments section, and I guess maybe some people might be unhappy that I did that, but anyway, apparently has something to do with trolls, perhaps, or maybe even other enemies. I'm not really certain, but we'll give it a go anyway. I mean, these guys seem to still be attacking us, so I assume it's not really affecting them at all. But if we do find a troll out there, I'll see if we can get close to it and see what happens. I mean, the potion only lasts for a very short amount of time, so there's that. So if we don't find a troll while we're out foraging here, we might have to go back and retry. And you know what, I will use favour because I think this gives me a bit of speed as well, so we should be able to move around a little bit faster. 16 minutes rested, so that's pretty good. Should be able to hopefully move around a little bit quicker. So yeah, I am looking for berries, but probably not so much of the berries. I do want to look for the thistle. More so than I want the berries. Now the problem with the thistle though is I haven't exactly been marking down all of the location of the thistle that we've found recently. And I know we have found some not too long ago. I'm wondering whether or not they have respawned at this stage. There's a little bit. Yeah, let's just go deeper into the forest. Really trying to find some trolls if we can. Yeah, I've definitely misspelled thistle there. Alright, where are those trolls when you need them? As soon as we want to look for trolls, they're just hiding all of a sudden. I've completely forgotten about this portal. I could be using it, actually. Plus, we do have some thistle near the portal as well. That's actually quite good. Alright, we only have like another 40 seconds here, so I don't think I'm really going to have much luck finding a troll. Okay, so with that, let's head back, and yes, I have failed to experiment with the potion, but it's okay, we can always try again another time. I'm sure I'm going to need to forage again in the Black Forests, so we'll have plenty of opportunities. Look at all this thistle right here. Let's mark this down. Righto, so let's actually run back, and I'm gonna hit up some berry bushes if we do come across any. But I'm not stressing too much about not finding a lot of berries. Ooh, okay, that was a lot of... oh my god. As soon as we actually need a troll... sorry, as soon as we run out of the potion, we meet a troll, of course. Just our luck. I'm not gonna worry about, like, picking up the stuff that it drops. Yeah, super unlucky there. Okay, so a decent start with the foraging, but we need to come back and look for trolls. We'll do that another time. Another thing that I do want to get back into is crafting. Apparently, according to comments, again, apologies, but that's where I'm getting my info from. There's maybe a kitchen tool that I've missed, so I'm gonna take a look at that. And I may have missed buying some of the ingredients from the Bog Witch as well. So I did spend a lot of time sort of reading some of the stuff that we were able to buy, but I may have gotten distracted and forgotten to actually buy the ingredient. So we'll return back and we'll see if we can just buy everything that's on sale and, you know, at least maybe like one batch of each. Oh my god, alright, we've got a 2-star. All right. I wonder if the love potion prevents trolls from spawning. And that's the reason why we didn't find any. And as soon as, you know, we run out of the potion, they'll start spawning again. Or, yeah, I don't know. Just a theory. But I think it seems a bit unlikely that that's the case. Right, so we've got plenty of ingredients here. Let me just stash all of this away, and we'll move on to the next thing. Yeah, we've got some ingredients in here as well, so... pine cone... yeah, a few other bits and bobs, so let me just throw some of this stuff into storage. And I've forgotten about the sausages, but we should be stashing the sausages away. Okay, yeah, it'd be good to maybe bring this with us. Letting you move quicker. Yeah. So I might try and use that as we sort of do our day-to-day activities here. We are looking for kitchen utensils that we may have missed. Rolling pins and cutting boards I do have right there, right? So that is not a problem. Mortar and pestle I have. The chopping block I have. Or butcher's table, rather. Spice rack I have, sitting over here. And everything's all connected. Pots and pans I definitely have. So... what's missing? It doesn't feel like anything's missing, unless maybe what people were talking about was the mead kettle, which I have resolved, obviously, right? So we have the mead kettle, which means that maybe it's just the ingredients that we're missing. So this is the box that has all of the ingredients. What I might do is, because a lot of these can stack up to like 50 or 100, I could just rebuy all of the things from the Bog Witch and see what happens from there. So that doesn't seem like a bad plan to me. So let's go ahead and do that. We just need the cash to buy stuff. Okay. Please, witch, give me the stuff that I need. So I haven't bought, like, toadstools. So perhaps maybe I should just buy one. I assume, again, it is just to make us... Oh, hang on. Berserker. Or Berserkier. Yes, okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite certain we've got the fragrant bundle, the fresh seaweed, the squirrel hamstring, the eggshells, the pebbles. Yep, we definitely have that. We bought ivy seeds. We bought... Well, I don't know if we bought all of these, but let's just rebuy them. Oh, hey, here we go. Hardy Mountain Loggers Stew. Yeah, okay. Buy that. We'll buy this. And we'll buy the fiery spice powder. Ashlands Gourmet Bowl. Okay, yes, that's definitely going to be the best stuff that we'll have to eat. I mean, I don't know if it's going to give us, like, the same or maybe better benefits overall compared to eating some of the one-off dishes. But, you know, can definitely give it a go. Let's head back to the portal, and I want to take a look at what's required to make some of this stuff. And I do want to actually move some of the food decorations that we've got going on at the table, just to make way for, you know, platters to sort of sit in the center of the table. I think having the platters sit in the center would look much nicer. So yeah, maybe a bit of tidying up is in order. Let's come back this way and let's just throw everything in here. Yeah, okay, so I missed the Mountain Peak pepper powder and then the fiery spice powder. Powder. And of course I missed the toadstool as well. So I want to take a look at the Berserker mead first. Berserker? Here. Oh, we need a lot of mushrooms for that. Yellow mushrooms too. Okay. For a short while, you fight with the ferocity of a mad and frenzied creature. Damage modifier. So we will be weaker against slash, blunt, and pierce damage, I guess? Or is that modifying our own damage? I'm not sure, but it does give us minus 80% stamina usage for fighting. So, you know, all of the actions involved with fighting. So that's actually really, really good, and gives us a bit of an excuse to find more of these yellow mushrooms, which, you know, I've been pretty horrible with, you know, gathering up yellow mushrooms, to be honest. I've always found that the yellow mushrooms aren't really worthwhile, but now I've changed my mind. So let's make a batch, because I can see this being quite useful in the future. So let's get that fermenting. Got a bit of cash, which I will throw in right now. And do I want to have a sleep at this point? I guess I might not need to, because we're going to be indoors most of the time. Yeah, it's not to say that that I won't do any building whatsoever in this episode, guys. We might do that, but perhaps maybe a little bit later. So at the very least, I want to, you know, tidy up the table. I mean, this is all going to change at some point anyway. But I would like to be able to just, like, place down, like, the two platters that we have. Well, I guess because I've eaten some from this platter, I'm not going to get all of it back. So I might need to recreate the platter. So we'll think about doing that in a second. So I do want to keep all of the ingredients that we need for the, what do you call that again? The item stands. But yeah, let's get rid of... Can I get rid of this with the hammer? No, I can't. So I'll have to use the serving platter for that, right? So let's play around with this mechanic once more. Ah yes, okay, so those are new things that we've recently unlocked, which we haven't unlocked for, I guess, placement, using the... what is this thing called again? Serving tray? Okay, so... Oh, you're joking? Oh no, okay. Right. I've only just realized. But basically, if you eat any amount, basically you won't get anything back. Okay, hard lessons learnt. There you go. I'm fine with it. We you know, didn't really use up like really crazy resources or anything like that, so we can remake it. But I would like to place down this feast right here. Oh my god, look at that. That looks awesome. And look, because this is like not like a really you know, resource intensive platter, I am going to test out like removing that. Yeah, okay. So basically you can remove it if you haven't eaten anything from it. So I'll place it here. I will make another platter and put it on this side. The question is, do I want to make like the same platter as before, or do I go with like an Ashlands Gourmet bowl, for instance? I just want to take a look at the Ashlands Gourmet bowl. 75 health, 75 stamina. That's pretty good. But again, it's not going to be nearly as good as single meals, I feel. Yeah, this gives us 100. Even the mist hair stuff, I mean the, sorry, Mistland stuff gives us better results. I think. I'm just having a think here, but perhaps maybe stamina-wise, it is actually pretty good to have a feast and then top that up with like, I don't know, mashed meat, and then maybe even something else for health, because you've already gotten the stamina benefit. Yeah, this stamina benefit is giving us like 85. So for example, if I had a crust pie, a piquant pie, and mashed meat, obviously that's normally our go-to for the deadliest things that we have to face. That will only give us like about, I don't know, 170 stamina. But if we went with this, so that gives us 75 as a starting point, and then we go with another 35, and I guess it gives us less stamina, but perhaps maybe you would be able to, you know, as a trade-off, have much more health, which I don't mind having, actually. If we're, you know, a brawler, which we are, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so, sorry, I'm just rambling on here, but trying to understand all the mechanics. Let's do a platter. I'm sort of maybe more interested in making something for decorative purposes, rather than, you know, for actually utilization. So I'm thinking we want to go with the, I feel like the Plains Pie Picnic looks kind of cool, so might not be a bad idea to make one of these. And we've still got some of these item stands in place, so I can still use them. So let me place down a few things because I need a little bit of space to work with. I feel like maybe I can make another item stand like right here. And we do the horn over here. And another item stand. There. I can maybe put a dish. I don't know. I don't know what to put. We want to do like a meat platter. I mean, that kind of looks alright. I'd always like switch things out later if I don't like it. So we do have one more item stand here. Yeah, let's do a roast chook. Yeah, things are coming along. You know what would be cool if they would think about introducing this idea, but like cheese making. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if the Vikings in real life, you know, consumed much cheese, but perhaps maybe they did. I don't know. Not really much of a historian myself. Right, so we need... let's take a look again. Lox meat pies, 5 cloudberries, and some bread. I'm gonna need to make some bread. Actually, I completely forgot, but I do really want to make... or sorry, not make, but I do want to do a little bit of farming. Farming would be good. Let's grab some wood. Do I have some wood? Got some fine wood, and I don't want to throw fine wood in there, obviously. So let's grab wood from here. Oh, I don't even have wood from there. Okay. I'm just trying to recall now where I picked up all of that fine wood from. Yeah, let's grab a bit and let's throw this down below. Okay. Just need to keep an eye out on that. Do I want to make some more bread dough? Yes, I could. And yeah, so we need cloudberries, which I think we did recently grab some more of. So 5 of these. Was it 1 lox pie? Or maybe a couple? And the grasslands herbalist powder or whatever it is. That's our last lox pie, though. So perhaps maybe I do want to do some lox pies. Need some flour. And more cloudberries as well. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of lox meat, do I? I'm just gonna check storage up this way to see if we've got some tucked away. Otherwise, we could make our way out to the plains. Do I have any sitting in here? No. Okay. Well, gonna have to come back to Morlock's pies later. Actually, I've got a couple. We can bake these now. And the herbs. The herbs. I think it's this. That was just like one of it that I needed, right? Like... yeah, there we go. Cool, so let's actually get this set up. And yeah, that's gigantic, isn't it? I rotate it as well. Yeah, slight rotation is okay, I suppose. I want to just move this. Okay, so there we go. Now this is looking like a feast, guys. Like a proper feast on our table. I love it. Let's actually get more of the item stands prepared. I sort of want to try and fill the table as much as possible because I think that'll look kind of cool. Yeah, it's this pointing the other way, that way. Another one here. I feel like this needs to be pushed back a little bit. No, don't do that. I mean, we've still got even more. Is there such a thing as overloading the table? Maybe. Maybe. We've got to decide on what goes where. So we've got a stew. We want to put a stew down. And yeah, the roast chook, I still think we need to put the roast chook down somewhere. There. We do a pie. We can do sausages as well, right? Like, yeah. I don't know who keeps, like, sausages on a table, though. Like, I don't know if it's the most hygienic thing. I mean, if it were on a plate, I guess I would be okay with that. Let's do... yeah, the wine over there. And a Queen's Jam. I think it would make sense for a Queen's Jam to be here. And... yeah, just a bit of salad, you know, to balance things out. Everything here looks so carb heavy. Carb and cholesterol heavy. So, you know, gotta balance things out a little bit. Let's do a stew on this corner. I think that needs to maybe be moved a tiny little bit. Oh god, I did it again, didn't I? Oh, Lord, come on. Yeah, that looks much better. Oh man, that looks really, really good. Look, granted guys, I do all of this work, and I'm really happy that we've found all of the things. I think I've unlocked all of the foods and all of the meads and stuff, but if I haven't, do leave some comments and let me know. But yeah, I probably will have to move a lot of this stuff eventually as we work on the kitchen, but I don't think I'm going to be working on the kitchen very soon, not at least until another 2 or maybe even 3 episodes, so there's that. Yeah, I guess we should maybe eat some of our, like, platters? I suppose there's no reason not to, so... yeah. So that should give us a decent amount of HP and stamina. Let me do a bit of repairing on the hammer, and I would like to do a bit of farming before we continue, because I do feel like we're running out of ingredients. So let's stash all of this. And the serving tray, I guess that can go down here. And yeah, I didn't manage to use all of the item stands. I don't know if I have more, like, what do you call these? Like, glasses, pitchers. Let me throw some of our materials back, and we can now sort of decide on what to do next. Well, actually, after the farming. So let's go ahead and go out to the plains. Almost forgot about the scythe. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this as quick as we can. Now someone did actually suggest looking into expanding the plains farm a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, because I don't really see a reason why we need to make the plains farm even bigger than what it currently is. I suppose, you know, I could grow even more barley if I really wanted to. But I feel like the rate of our production is not bad. So I sort of failed to see the reason for, you know, the expansion. I suppose it's not a bad idea though, but still. I'd rather work on stuff going on in our main home. Or perhaps maybe the Ashlands base, because the Ashland base definitely needs some attention. So we'll do that at some point. Speaking of the Ashlands, I haven't been out to see the Askvins this episode. So I might see what I can do on that front right now, in fact. Before it starts getting dark. So let me grab 3 of these. Let's get out there. Ah, I should have taken the potion before coming out here. Damn it. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle for me, guys, to remember all of the different types of potions that we have available to us to make the job easier. But, yeah, we'll hang around here for a little bit. I'm sort of starting to look at the area that we've got available to us, and yeah, I'm thinking I don't really want a big base, but potentially, depending on how we go with fitting the Askvin back at home, we could have a base big enough to house our Askvins. If we can have Askvins, you know, breeding in our own property at home, then I suppose it won't really be needed, and we can simply just build a house or slash castle of some sort. I'm getting rid of this center stone, like, mountain shard thingy, and I'll probably build within this area. Obviously there is going to be a wall. It's just that I guess I need to make a decision on what kind of wall we want. Do we want what we currently have? I think aesthetically, what we currently have, you know, in terms of material, looks nice, but it is a bit squishy against Ashlands enemies. So there's that. Grab all of that, and let's throw in another batch. I haven't checked on the ivy for a while, so I just want to quickly go to the other side of the wall, and we'll see what's going on over there. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, it hasn't exactly progressed too much, has it? Like, my initial thought was that it was going to envelop the entire wall. I'm actually glad that it doesn't, because then it'll be a little bit difficult to control how it grows. Speaking of ivy, we will probably get some ivy growing up this way at some point, but we'll probably do that as like a finishing touch on the tower at some point. So let's stash away some ingredients. And because we are on a roll with farming, I might go out to Hildir's location, or near Hildir's location, to see if we can maybe hunt some loxes. And perhaps maybe we can get some lox meat, so we can make more of those lox pies. To help if we can actually find them. Oh, there's some. I'm just gonna see if I can kite like one of them. Get rid of that. And yeah, let's head back. Yeah, I might need to go out to the plains a few times here to try and replenish our lox meat. So we'll try and do that as we progress through the coming episodes. But for now, I think we do want to just start thinking about building a little bit more. So again, just fine-tuning the tower. So get back to that. Actually, I don't need that. I need this. Okay, bedtime, I think. And we'll continue working on the tower. I think also I might want to start putting down some Grouston pillars from the kitchen upwards. So we'll get those in. Ooh, okay. That's a problem. I am running out of stone. Did I... If I'm not mistaken, I may have placed down some stone. Yeah, right here, just in the middle of the room. So I ran out of strength. But if we run out, then we're going to have to go back out to the plains anyway. But just as well, we do need the lox meat. Right, so... Stone-wise, I am just going to test something out here with placement of stone right in this location. And we'll try and just have a look at whether or not that clips. It definitely does. It's not so bad though. Having a look at it, it's not so obvious. So I can live with that actually. Yes, very good. Okay. So we just need to achieve the same thing on this side, which might be easier said than done. I wonder if that's the height. It's a little bit difficult to tell. Alternatively, what I could try and do is I could use some wood to help guide us. So yeah, let's just bring that much initially. Yeah, that worked out. So, just quickly get rid of these. Perfect. Alright, so I am pretty happy with that. So the roof is, you know, not going to be as accessible from here, which is as it should be. I'm sort of just having a think about this though, guys. Like, I wonder if I should be adding like even more to it. Like that, for instance. Doesn't look half bad. Yeah, I think this is what we'll go for. There's probably still a little bit more that I want to add in terms of like wooden details, but I'll come back to that. Let's utilize our Grouston to try and get all of this covered up. I don't know if I have enough Grouston, to be honest. I might need a little bit more, but... There we go. See if we can fish out some more Grouston here. Yeah, that looks a little off, isn't it? Alright, so let's just continue from the second story. Yeah, all of these pillars in the middle, I'm still not entirely sure what I will do. But yeah, let's stop here for a second, because I think it'll pay to understand what we want to do in these sections. I mean, what's quite clear is I do just want to get rid of the current Grouston pillars that are here. So I don't really think that they're really offering any support anyway. I don't know if that was the wisest thing to do, to be honest. Like, I probably should have, like, done one thing at a time and, you know, watched to see whether or not things start crumbling down. Which they aren't, thank goodness, but, you know, it could have happened. Right, so with the Grouston that we have, we could potentially, you know, add these kind of details in, where we sort of create like curves and stuff. I don't think that's half bad. And we just add these. Yeah, maybe. The detailing up here, though, is a bit of a problem. I would like to perhaps maybe fix some of this up. Maybe just simply adding some wood would do the trick. Like, maybe all it needs is like something like that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. This is gonna bother me though. But maybe if we're lucky, we could actually run additional core wood right across this way, and that might obfuscate it a little bit more, so it's not so obvious. But yeah, things are coming along, I feel. Maybe, do we want to add like a pillar in the middle? That could be something that we do. It really depends on what we do around this area. And I'm also a bit confused, but I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to keep this floor where it is, or if I want to raise it a little bit. Because I could raise it as well. Like, what I was sort of thinking is maybe I could just simply add like floors and cover this space, or if I want to utilize the space itself and have, you know, something like ladders like what we've got going on here. Tricky. Might just test something out here, but if I got rid of that... Ah, okay, I see, sorry. I was thinking we were in a different spot for some reason. But yeah, we are right underneath the entrance to the kitchen, so... I mean, it is going to eventually be the kitchen as well, because we are going to extend the kitchen area to this space. So, question is, do I want to leave it this way, or do I want to change it to wood? I think the answer is we want to just change it to wood, to be honest. So, yeah, if I get rid of all of this and just have the wood flooring sort of extend, that would be the best. And then this wall here will probably also disappear, right? Because we're extending the kitchen area, which means this wall's not going to be a problem for when we eventually start laying down more of the wooden floors. The thing that I really don't like about using the wooden floors against the stone is that the stone detailing does actually poke out a little bit, and that's a really horrible look. So I'm glad that that's not going to be a problem, but yeah, I just needed to sort of understand that. Anyway, I think this is where we're going to call it an episode, guys. We're looking pretty good with the build. The tower is sort of done. I just need to put the hot tub back in place somewhere in the tower. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of the wooden detailing that I did mention earlier on, so we'll try and work on that. But I'm thinking in the next episode we will finally tackle the staircase up to the attic. Hang on. Do we want to do that first, or do we want to do the hearth first? That's tricky. Because the hearth is also going to be a challenging thing to try and tackle. I say we do the staircase first. So we'll get the staircase done, hopefully. Well, I don't want to say done in the next episode, because it could take us a while to figure out. But we'll definitely make some progress in the next episode. But you know what? I am really happy with this episode and the way it's turned out, and the fact that we've, you know, discovered all of the things that we can now make in the kitchen. Having these beautiful platters of food right in front of us make me feel like I am finally a true gourmet Viking. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, dropping a like down below really helps. Chuck us some comments down below as well if you want to get in touch. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.